Hi, I'm Lisa Leiter. In Chicago Business Today, youth hockey's heyday. Hockey fever struck the city this summer with the Chicago Blackhawks bringing home the Stanley Cup. Millions of people converged on the city to watch the trophy parade down the magnificent mile. And now that the season has started again, the already big business of youth hockey is reaching new heights in the Hawks' hometown. Danny Ecker has the story.
It's no surprise that the first Blackhawks Stanley Cup in 49 years turned Chicago into a hockey madhouse and galvanized a fan base that was all but dead just 3 years before. But one of the more lasting effects of the euphoria may be found on ice rinks all around Chicagoland.
We had record numbers of kids this year. A lot of people that maybe older kids, 10, 11, that had never been exposed to hockey when they were younger, got the bug.
Youth hockey in Chicago has been on a power play in 2010 thanks to the arrival of Lord Stanley's Cup. The Winnetka Hockey Club is just one of many area leagues swelling with new players, both boys and girls. Enrollment jumped by about 15% this season, roughly 5 times the average boost, to 750 members. The club has also partnered with the Blackhawks Minor Hawks initiative for a Learn to Skate program for kids ages 4 to 8, which brought in about 200 new skaters.
I think all of a sudden, kids had role models that they didn't necessarily have for the last couple of years. I think every family, whether you were hockey fans before this or not, became hockey fans. So kids want to see how good they can be.
After they won the Stanley Cup, we got like a miniature Stanley Cup, and we play like street hockey, and who'd ever win, they get the Stanley Cup.
My son's room, from the Trib articles, they had a player every day in the paper in the big full-page ad. Every one of those is in his room on the wall right now. It's hard for a 7.5-year-old to truly understand the magnitude, but were they totally into it? Absolutely.
But the barriers to entry for many young hockey players still remain high. Pricey equipment and league fees can easily add up to more than $1,000, and the strain of inconvenient practice schedules as leagues jockey for rink time make the jump not so easy, especially for younger kids giving the game a first crack. That's why Winnetka is one of many area leagues that has partnered with the American Hockey Association of Illinois' One Goal Equipment program, which provides low-cost essentials to leagues that pass it along to newcomers at no cost. This year, Winnetka has distributed 75 sets of new gear, with more orders on the way.
I think people are very appreciative that they can outfit their kid, get them out there, see what the family's interest level is in the sport. If they opt not to play, at least they didn't invest $1,000 in equipment in doing so.
And whether or not the Stanley Cup remains in the Windy City after this season, a new generation of Chicago hockey fans and players has been born.
We're going to ride this as long as it's out there, and I think it's going to be there. The core of this team is going to be there for a long time, so I think we're going to see hockey continue to grow in Chicago for the next 10, 12 years.
For Chicago Business Today, I'm Danny Ecker.
Thanks, Danny, for that report. The Northern Illinois Hockey League has 39 Chicago area teams and says about 200 new players have joined this year, bringing total membership to 4,000. Well, that's this edition of Chicago Business Today. For more on this story, be sure to check out this week's print edition of Crain's and chicagobusiness.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.